My name is Mirko Ilic, and I'm from New York. When I was young, I grew up in Yugoslavia, a communist country, and we didn't have much then. And printing of posters was quite expensive. Because of that, it was relatively rare to get, especially in the beginning of my career, to do poster. And to get called to do poster was amazing, because you was first time able to do something big and dramatic, and that will be on the streets. And let's not forget, in communism, everything was a little bit gray and dark. And then you had these shiny, big posters, was a refreshment for eye. And getting that call to do something big and great is almost, in comparison, it will be Pope calling you to paint Sixtine Chapel. You will be so proud. And I remember you will walk from far and look how people react on your poster and whatever. On the top of that, being a communist country, it was a nice challenge, because we always tried to create subversive posters, to do some little bit thing when people will look and say, look left, look right, and things like that. But yeah, it was great to do posters. The definition of good poster always depends on the taste and time. And also when we talk poster, I think it's very important to think about poster, what was the original function of poster, being on a street. In that case, good function or good poster is poster which one stop you. You're passing by, it's rainy, it's bad, and you pass by and say, wait a minute, and you go back. That's all what poster need to do. What is written on a poster, what poster advertise or whatever, that's another story. It's similar with the book cover. You pass by and you see interesting book cover, then you check it out if you like author, if you like that subject or whatever, but book cover is just stopping you to grab or see that book. After that is all about the rest of the content or context. I think especially with appearance of electronics and new media, role of poster changed quite dramatically. For example, role moved away from streets in galleries, and poster move away from streets in galleries and museums. And now you see more interesting posters in galleries than on a street. Long time ago, art was in galleries, painting, and poster was outside announcing the art inside. Now posters the inside, and I think that's great opportunity for painters to paint painting which on the outside announcing posters inside. But yeah, poster went in different direction. Poster, for better or worse, became independent. You don't need theater, you don't need show, you don't need movie, you don't need to have poster. There is also bad part about that, and I know I'm gonna insult lots of designers, but that's my job. Now people create posters for certain events, and like earthquake in Japan. I never understood that, because does earthquake in Japan need another poster? It's better to spend that time, which when you had to create poster and put together package and send them package. Because somehow those posters, they became opportunity first for designers to feel they did something positive, and second, to have something to put in portfolio or on a show, because they don't have so many opportunity to do posters. That way, I'm a little bit kind of how to say that, skeptical about all of these posters, which are that only appear in the museums and only they're known by other designers. It's kind of version my poster bigger than yours. Lucky enough to not have typical process. If you have, and this is all my opinion, and I was proven many times to be wrong. But if you have typical process to create poster, that means you're gonna create typical poster. If you go by 1, 2, 3, you're gonna always end up on 4. Because of that, I try to give myself challenges on the top of the client challenge. By the way, I don't do ever posters for myself. I wait patiently until somebody send me email or call me. But I do challenges. For example, I'm idiot enough to decide, okay, this week or this month or whatever, I'm not gonna use red color. And of course, when you decide that, first thing which is gonna happen, somebody gonna call you to ask you for poster about communist anniversary. And you just said to yourself, no red color. And then you must invent poster without red color. And it's an additional challenge, but it's kind of trigger you to go in slightly different direction. You published in your book my posters for Yugoslav drama theater, right? And you published from last or 2 years season, when I do 5 posters per season for them. And that season, and they're kind of nice to me, they let me do whatever I kind of want. And that season, I decided everything is gonna be profile. And I didn't know what is gonna come my way, but I decided everything is gonna be profile. This season, I'm doing everything with big dots, halftone, moved away, and title is always in angle. And I have no idea which place I'm gonna get, because usually they announce me 15 days before play, but I'm trying to squeeze in that thing, and it's a nice additional challenge. And let's say first season, I did 1 poster, which one was plainly awful. And I partly was awful because I had much better idea, but didn't fit in my little thing for a season. But I was going to myself, no, 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 you must do it, you must do it. And I did it, and look, that's that. And I think it's important to challenge yourself. One single poster I cannot choose. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I got influenced by many people. And I will be under spell of somebody for a certain amount of time, then will overlap with somebody else, then with somebody else. And as my knowledge and my hunger grow, I will turn from person to person or from style to style. In one point, Russian constructivism, like Rodachenko. Another point, that will be somebody like Roman Chishlevich and Milton, and I will be all over the place. But there is one guy which is appearing a little bit more on a regular basis than others. His name is Boris Buchan. And lots of people have no idea who is that, but Boris Buchan is probably one of the most important poster designers of 20th century. We have sarcastic, actually one of the conceptual artists from, at that time, Yugoslavia, made it very, very sarcastic statement. And that was, if artist doesn't speak English, artist is not artist. Of course, it was sarcastic, and because Buchan doesn't speak English or is not working here, most of people have no idea who is him. And this poster of his, which is also appearing on a book of Victoria Albert Museum poster book, is probably one of his most known posters. And probably most attractive to, let's say, American audience. And that poster is size of this wall behind me, and it's silk screen, and it's amazing. For me, it's very hard to give advice to somebody because we are all going in different directions. But poster is extremely nice challenge, especially when you are young. When you're old, things change a little bit. For example, I remember when my generation became quite successful and everybody got very jaded. Nobody didn't show anymore their latest poster, but there will be all over you to show you they post them. Oh, I just designed poster. Look, I designed poster. And suddenly people who do poster size of the wall, they will be like, oh my God, and there is not much to see. Probably because I'm from male part of the profession. Probably they are fascinated with the idea you must lick on the back, but that's another story. But I think what I'm trying to say is in different point of times in life, something else is your challenge. In different point of lives, something else is triggering you to do things. But one thing is constant. You must love what you do. You must enjoy. You must feel in 3 in the morning when you finish your work, need to wake up somebody to show them or to email me, look at this, and you're so impatient and whatever. And I think that love of design for me was most visible on Female March here in New York. Of course, I was one of the people. Everybody was having some kind of poster of sign. Most of them that was made by that person. Some of them that had lousy typography. Some of them that had bad art. But all they have energy. All they have love. And few of them was wearing those mass-produced distributed posters, and that was like kind of downer. It was, forget it. But this was passion of those people translated with best knowledge what they have, what is sign or what is poster in those signs and posters. And that was probably most powerful work, most powerful show of posters which I saw on one place.